Hey guys, it's Tim. I wanted to do a quick video just giving you an update on my Demon Hunter. I'm not able to do the rest of the series for the Demon Hunter for a new start. I kind of had to shelve that one. I got a couple more videos from my Crusaders still coming out over the next couple days before that season reset. But my Demon Hunter, I had recorded all Act 5, and I went back to replay it here, just kind of see how it went, and my mic was like super low volume, and so I couldn't hear a damn thing, and so I had to scrap that one, and I was like, forget it. I'm just gonna get to 70, start doing daily riffs again on my Demon Hunter on the PTR here, and until the PTR shuts down or resets the season. So what I do want to do though is give you kind of an update. I'm level 64. It's been going really fast. I think I started out in the maybe like the low 40s, maybe even high 30s today, and I'm up to 64 now. It's been going super fast. I had just been playing on hard difficulty until I got through the campaign, and then I was doing bounties and a couple riffs on hard difficulty. It was actually going decently fast. And just so that you guys know, when the seasons come out, I did not know this until I was through the campaign completely, but you do not have to do the campaign in a season in order to get to adventure mode. Adventure mode is just going to be opened up automatically as long as you have it activated on a non-season character too. So pretty much everyone has adventure mode already activated. They've been through the campaign at least one time, and so when you start that season character, you can start right away in adventure mode. So definitely keep that in mind. Create your level 1 character, just go start doing bounties, I suppose. But anyways, lesson that I learned, unfortunately a little bit too late. I did go through the whole campaign, and then I started to do bounties just on hard difficulty. Really good experience. I was doing some rifts here or there. By the way, I freaking love the fact that it only takes one rift keystone to open a rift. That is awesome. That means you do one set of bounties in one act, and you can open 5 rifts, at least. That's not even including any extra ones that you get from the Herodric cache. So let me kind of show you where my Demon Hunter is at, give you a quick update here. Cool legendaries that I have. I just got this upgrade. Yeah, it's nothing too exciting. I got the Iron Toe Mud Sputters, nothing very exciting there. I did get the Spines of Seething Hatred, which turns your chakram into a hatred generator, so now I do not have to use the bola. I had been using bolas with Thunderball to generate a lot of hatred. It's actually really quite good as a hatred generator. All of these are, if you bump it up to the one that generates 6 per hit or 6 per shot. So I had been using the bola with Thunderball. That was sufficient, but then when I found this quiver, I went to the twin chakrams, and it's awesome. So every time I do the chakram, I actually gain 3 hatred. No need for a hatred generator. That is my hatred generator. So right now I'm using cluster arrows with shooting stars. I'm back to my rocket build. If you guys had watched my Demon Hunter, some of my earlier PTR videos on my Demon Hunter, you saw I was doing like a rocket build of sorts. I was using cluster arrows, shooting stars. This is with a Marauder 6-piece too, by the way. I was using Sentry with Spitfire turret, which shoots out a rocket. I was also using multi-shot with Arsenal, which shoots out rockets too. And so there were just a ton of rockets. The ballistics passive is really quite good, I think. It doubles the damage on your rockets, and you have a 20% chance to fire homing rockets when you attack. So here, you see them shooting out when I just am casting stuff. Maybe. Come on, where's my 20%? There it is. Alright. So there they are. They actually do quite a bit of damage. A downside to the rockets, just so that you know, I don't think... Correct me if I'm wrong here if anyone knows, but I'm pretty sure that the rockets, they won't hit the same thing more than once from the same spell. So like if I shoot a cluster arrow shooting stars, it's going to generate 3 rockets. If I'm fighting like a Rift Guardian, I think only one of those rockets is going to hit them. I think the other 2 just, you just see them like fly off and hit the ground or something like that. So I'm pretty sure that it's just 1 rocket per cast is going to hit something. So the same thing would probably pertain to Arsenal, which shoots 3 rockets. But anyways, I really like the ballistics. It lets you use a pretty decent sentry to begin with, and it doubles the damage on that thing too. So The Sentry's not really that big of a deal. I just don't really have anything that I really like too much better than that. I would probably use Marked for Death. Marked for Death I've been using kind of off and on throughout my whole leveling process here, mostly with Grim Reaper. But right now I'm using the Sentry. Using Vault, of course, just to kind of move around. I had been using Tactical Advantage, which is excellent when you're doing bounties and even rifts and whatnot to go just fly through content. I've been using Preparation with the Punishment Rune. This is one that they changed on the PTR. It used to be it cost Discipline to restore Hatred, and so the combo that you're probably familiar with is you would use Cluster Arrow, which uses a lot of Hatred, and you would use Multi-Shot with the Suppression Fire Rune. So every time you hit Multi-Shot, or for each enemy hit, you would gain 1 discipline, up to a maximum of 6 discipline per multi-shot. So you would fire off a multi-shot, gain discipline. And then you would be able to take that discipline and turn it into hatred by using the preparation with the punishment rune. But so you could basically, you could have endless cluster arrows. You could just keep cycling that over and over again. You would spend discipline to generate hatred, to generate more discipline, to generate more hatred, and you're just using really powerful spells all the while you're doing that. They did nerf that. They did change it. So they changed the way preparation punishment rune works, and that pretty much put an end to the cycling. To that whole strategy. So what they did is they added a 20-second cooldown. It no longer costs discipline, which is actually kind of nice, but it does have a 20-second cooldown. Now, I thought that was going to be a really long time, but in actual practice, it's really not too bad. And so if you're leveling up a Demon Hunter, what I would recommend if you want to start using Cluster Arrow, well, I guess let me pause right there. I probably would not recommend using Cluster Arrow as soon as you get it. I actually didn't start using Cluster Arrow till I was probably 60. Up to that point, I was doing lower difficulties with like multi-shot with Arsenal, or with a new really good one, which is the Elemental Arrow with Immolation Arrow, or Ball Lightning. So they changed the Fire Elemental Arrow. It's actually really quite good now. It used to fear things that it hit, but now it just creates a little pool of fire on the ground for 2 seconds. And the damage output is actually pretty decent. It creates like a little pool of fire that damages everything in within 10 yards, and it is quite effective. So if you're leveling up, what I'd recommend for a Demon Hunter is start by using like maybe Ball Lightning. Ball Lightning is actually really, really quite good as a hatred spender, because Elemental Arrow is pretty cheap, and Ball Lightning can hit like several times. It's like a really slow moving thing. Here, I'll show you. It's quite slow moving, and you just fire it through a huge pack of monsters and it just levels them all. So if you're doing like a little bit lower difficulty, like I was doing hard difficulty, Ball Lightning is super, super effective. So the two really, really good early hatred spenders are Elemental Arrow with Ball Lightning and Chakram, Twin Chakram. Those are the two best, in my opinion, hatred spenders for low level. I don't really like rapid fire because you have to stand still to really, do it, and it doesn't pierce unless you are using this high velocity one, which is actually a higher level to get that. So I don't really like rapid fire too much. But so yeah, if you're leveling a Demon Hunter, I would look to Elemental Arrow or Twin Chakram to actually be like your hatred spender. Your hatred generator, I'd probably recommend, like I've been using Bolas with Thunderball. It generates hatred super fast, and you can just keep using Elemental Arrow. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Earlier on, use Elemental Arrow and Twin Chakram. As I was getting up a little bit higher, I was trying multi-shot with Arsenal, but then eventually, just recently, I did switch to Cluster Arrow now with Shooting Stars. So now I'm running that rocket build. And then back to what I was saying about preparation. If you're using like Cluster Arrow earlier on, or you are having some hatred issues, or you want to use multi-shot, all you need to do is use preparation with punishment and use your Bat Companion. The 20-second cooldown on preparation is actually pretty reasonable, and then you also have the Bat Companion every 30 seconds to generate another 50 hatred. So one of the strategies that I was using, just to kind of keep my hatred going when I was doing multi-shot too, is I would use even archery with 2 one-handed crossbows, so I get an extra hatred per second. I would use the Bat Companion, so it's another hatred per second. And then I would have Preparation, Punishment, and the Bat Companion activated abilities, and so I never really had hatred problems early on. So yeah, if you're interested in like leveling up a Demon Hunter, you don't have to have Marauder 4-piece to be effective, or to, you know, have no issues with hatred or something like that. Use Preparation, Punishment, still legit. Same with Bat Companion. So now I have moved on to the Boar Companion. Torment 1 is getting a little bit tougher for me. Once you hit 60, I have found in my experience that the monsters start scaling up actually really quite fast. So by the time you're like 65, the monsters are hitting really, really hard, or really quite hard for the gear that you have. And they have a decent amount of hit points too. So I did move to the Boar Companion because it's an amazing pet. It gives you a lot of life per second and huge resist all bonus. Still using Preparation with Punishment. I'm using Cluster Arrows, which is huge hatred cost, but Preparation is actually enough for me. I can do a lot of Cluster Arrows then, and when I'm not doing Cluster Arrows, my Twin Chakram does quite a bit of damage as well, so I can do that again because of my quiver. But anyways, that is just in general my build. I just got the Ambush passive. Before this, I had been using Perfectionist or Tactical Advantage. Tactical Advantage is awesome. If you're leveling up a Demon Hunter, I would definitely recommend Tactical Advantage combined with the Vault and Tumble rune. And you can just vault around a ton. And so especially if you're jumping right into adventure mode, doing bounties and stuff like that, you're going to want Vault with Tumble and then Tactical Advantage to really move around fast. Blood Vengeance, I've used this since I got it. It's awesome, especially when you're vaulting around nonstop. It's really important that you can keep getting discipline and stuff. So every time you pick up a health globe, it does give you 3 discipline too. And also in addition to that, that combined with Preparation is really what keeps your hatred pool maximized then too, or filled up. So you gain 30 hatred for every health globe that you pick up. But yeah, so that is my build right now. Again, looking at the items, nothing too special here. Just a bad set of bracers, a not so good ring, bunch of yellows. Once you hit level 60, the gear is way different. Way different. At level 60, you start getting like a weapon that just like quadruples your damage. And then you start getting these giant gems as well, which is pretty cool. Which sucks though, because I have a stash just filled with crappy gems now. Oh well, whatever. I'll probably just sell them all for the gold. I got a Harrington Waistguard from Malthael, which is still actually legit if I wanted to use it, because it, you know, it's percentage based. That bonus gives me 134% increased damage for 10 seconds. I could still be using that. I did switch it out for this other belt though, because it's a bit more toughness and life per second. And right when I went into Torment 1, I got kind of scared there. Like, I went from hard difficulty into Torment 1, and the first elite pack like scared the crap out of me. All of a sudden I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. And so I went back to town too, and I just replaced it with something that gave me a little bit more toughness and a little bit of healing too. So I think that's pretty much it. That's the gist of it. It's going really, really well. I didn't realize how much fun I was going to have without the Marauders 4-piece or the Marauders 6-piece. I really got used to that Marauders 6-piece on my own Demon Hunter, on my live one, and I was really enjoying it. And Marauders 6-piece, is really amazing, but this is a lot of fun, not having to use a sentry and not having to use certain abilities because I have the Marauders 6-piece. I use Companion because I want to use Companion, not because I have to use Companion because I have the Marauder 6-piece and you're silly not to use it. Or same thing with the Sentry. If you have the Marauder 6-piece, you use the Sentry. That just works like that because it's amazing. I'm using a Sentry just because I want to. I have a choice. I have a choice. And the fact that I have a choice, even though I choose to use the Sentry, that actually makes all the difference. So I have been switching stuff around and whatnot, but right now I have settled on the Sentry because I want to, not because I have to, or because there's not a good alternative. But anyways, the most flexible one is probably still this. Oh wait, this should not be archery. That's ballistic. Sorry. Yeah. So the most flexible one is probably ambush. I think Blood Vengeance is essential for a Demon Hunter, especially even leveling up too, because you're vaulting all over the place. But the ballistics is just kind of my style. I just enjoy that. But I'm going to be doing a Daily Rift video here as well, so definitely look for that. And let me know what questions you guys have. I should be 70 by the end of the night tonight, and then I'll get to start getting hopefully some of that new Season 4 or that season-only gear before they shut down the PTR season. So let me know what questions you have, and I will see you guys around. Thanks for watching.